Hello, everybody. This is Kristy Denice Bock, and I am here to carry on the story that I've been working on, tentatively titled Kristy's Kinston Coffee Quest. I want to thank everybody who has listened in so far. This has been so much fun. And now that we are on day 3, I'm pretty excited. I like where the story's going. It makes me laugh. I really hope it makes you laugh. The whole purpose of this is to share my love for this quirky little town, and to, give everybody a little bit of enjoyment. I did not move the birds out of my office tonight, so please forgive my bird squawking. They're 2 parakeets. I love them, but they're a little different. All right, so today we're going to continue on. I woke up on a morning during the pandemic. There is a fictional curfew in place, and I ran out of coffee. So I'm spending my morning attempting to get it. Now, where we last left off, I had just arrived at Middle Grounds. So here we are, episode 3 of Kristy's Kinston Coffee Quest. One of the benefits to being 5 feet tall was that if I needed to hide by slinking down into the driver's seat of my car, I could practically disappear. A smarter person would have turned the car off before they attempted to hide in it. I remembered the spare face mask I'd hidden in the console of my car and donned it for added protection. Because I am extra.com with a capital E, I also have latex gloves in my dash. Perks of a boyfriend in the medical field. Score. I took the cash out of my wallet and sprayed it with disinfectant spray. It was rude to give moist money to someone, but money is disgusting. All I had on me was a 20. I'm terrified of germs at ATMs and cash advance machines, which means it's all the cash Derek had on him, because I haven't used cash since chemistry class when we looked at it under a microscope. I raised my head up from my crouched position and peeked out through the driver's window. Silence and isolation lined the normally vibrant Heritage Street. I tried not to dwell on how depressing that was as I pressed the unlock button. The click it made, even though I'd heard it 1,000 times before, terrified me, so I returned to my quasi-fetal position beneath the dashboard of my car. And then I remembered that I'm an adult. I had to face any challenge that came my way with gratitude that I'd been provided the strength to do it. Spiritually chastised, I sat back up. I put the money in the Ziploc bag, and I grabbed the selfie stick I'd rigged with a clip. Don't judge me. This is what I would have used at the drive-thru. Advanced thinking saves lives. My life specifically. With sunrise approaching rapidly, the rays highlight the void of life, and I began to wonder if this is how the zombie apocalypse started. Derek, Dean, and Raven have been preparing for the zombie apocalypse for as long as I can remember. It's universally agreed upon that in that event, I'm to be wrapped in bubble wrap and hidden for the protection of those around me. My desire to help wouldn't stop because a human became a zombie. Out of the car, I crouched low and pressed my back against my coupe. In one gloved hand, I held the selfie stick with the bag of money hooked to the one end. The clip can hold up to 5 pounds according to its manufacturer, so the trade-off should go without a hitch. Even though no soul walked on the sidewalk except me, I crept down like a cat burglar in the old movies my grandfather used to watch. It's a good thing no one can see my failed attempt at sneaking into a shop on the main drag through town with 100% visibility in every direction. My gloved hand gripped the front door of Middle Grounds and opened it. The absence of the casually dressed customers made me sad, but I perked up with the knowledge that coffee was an addiction that I shared with many, and the patrons that held tiny little spaces in my memory would be returned the second the store opened. A lone woman stood near the counter. We stared another down as only 2 people perpetuating the same crime could do. In my head, I could hear the music of an old Western showdown. Awkward social moment survival guides didn't exist for people with minds like mine. So I did what anyone would do without the perk of a functioning brain. I dropped the selfie stick to the ground, held up both hands, and said, "I'm not breaking in, I swear." The woman laughed. Not one of those snarky snickers I read about in my favorite femme fatale novels, but a full-bodied laugh that let me know her day started better than mine. "Are you Kristy?" she asked, before retrieving the object of my obsession from behind the counter. "Mm-hmm," I muttered, spellbound by the sight of not just one, but 2 bags of the absolute best coffee beans to be purchased in Lenore County based on my knowledge of the 4 places whose caffeine I've sampled. Oh no, I only had a 20. That wasn't enough for both bags. But oh, I wanted that second bag so badly. I could survive an entire month of staying in the walls of my shoebox apartment listening to video games at all hours of the day if I had 2 pounds of blueberry coffee cream beans. "I found a second bag in the back," she said with a warm and inviting smile, unaware of the rising panic growing inside me. "1 bag might not be enough. My heart cannot take another morning fraught with danger, crippling social anxieties. I only have a 20. Is there anything I can do for you to make up the difference? I really, really want both bags." I did my level best to avoid sounding like a desperate, whining adolescent. It didn't work because she laughed again. I never knew if someone was laughing at me in the "she's so adorable" kind of way, or in the "this chick is a freak of nature" kind of way. I may or may not have bit my lip and shuffled my feet while she recovered from her second bout of merriment. "There is one thing," she paused dramatically, and my mental musings jumped to the part of the movie where all noise fades into the background and silence reigns as the apprehension grows for me to find out how I can achieve not 1, but 2 pounds of survival. Unable to bear the stretch of silence that probably hadn't finished an entire second, yes, I wore my eagerness like a cape and prayed it didn't get me sucked into the propeller of an airplane. "I left my breakfast at Hawk's Nest. If you retrieve my delicious breakfast sandwich from Hawk's Nest, I'll comp you the difference and send you on your weird little way with both pounds. Do we have a deal?" The word "pounds" and "deal" in the same sentence held an entirely different criminal element according to every episode of Law and Order. I tried to focus, but between the lack of caffeine, my chaotic morning, and I forgot to take my Adderall, my brain decided to take frequent trips to any and every destination it could think of. "How do we shake on it?" I asked. While I understood the need for social conformity, nothing freaked me out like physical contact. I'm a hugger when it comes to people that I'm comfortable with, but I'm a handshaker for everyone else. Those are the 2 solid truths in my world. A deal between 2 people must be done eye to eye and end with a handshake. There were no deviations from these rules, ever. Her look of confusion had me questioning my lifelong ideals. Bless your heart. Don't even get me started on attempting to understand when a bless your heart was baby cute, bless your heart, or baby ugly, bless your heart. It ranks up there with my inability to understand sarcasm. She picked up her phone and her thumbs flew across the screen with a skill I didn't possess. "There, I sent you this message. This is my digital handshake to finalize the deal between you and I." Her face brightened as if it solved all of my problems. Hawk's Nest was so close I could walk, but all of the ducking and diving I'd have to do convinced me I'd do better to drive my car. I put the selfie stick on the ground and sprayed it with the tiny bottle of disinfectant I carried in the fanny pack around my waist. "I'll be right back." "Bless your heart," she said again. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the 3rd installment of Kristy's Kinston Coffee Quest. I will see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with the next one. Have a great day, everybody.